What's up, creators? If you're serious about video editing, you probably heard the two big names thrown around, DaVinci Resolve and Adobe Premiere Pro. For years, Premiere has been the industry standard, the one everyone learned in film school. But lately, Resolve has been making huge waves, and a lot of pros are switching over. So, which one is actually better? And more importantly, which one is right for you? Today, we're going to break it down, no fluff, just the real deal. We'll look at performance, features, ease of use, and of course, the price tag. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which software to invest your time and money in. Let's start with the big one, cost. This is where the two programs are fundamentally different. Adobe Premiere Pro operates on a subscription model. You can get it as a single app for about $23 a month, or as part of the full Creative Cloud suite, which includes Photoshop, After Effects, and more, for around $60 a month. This means you're paying every single month, forever. Over a year, that single app costs you over $170. Over 5 years, that's more than $1,300. It's a constant expense. Now, let's look at DaVinci Resolve. There is a completely free version, and when I say free, I mean it. It's not a trial, it's not a limited light version with a giant watermark. It's an incredibly powerful, professional-grade editor that gives you about 95% of what the paid version offers. For most YouTubers, filmmakers, and content creators, the free version is more than enough to create stunning, high-quality videos. Then there's DaVinci Resolve Studio, the paid version. It's a one-time purchase of $295. You buy it once, and you own it for life, including all future updates, no monthly fees, no subscriptions. For that price, you unlock some advanced features like more powerful noise reduction, more visual effects, and support for higher resolutions and frame rates. So, purely on price, Resolve wins by a landslide. A one-time fee versus a never-ending subscription is a no-brainer for many people, especially those just starting out. Next up, let's talk about performance and how these programs actually run on your computer. This is where things get really interesting. Historically, Premiere Pro has had a bit of a reputation for being, well, a little unstable. Crashes, laggy playback, and strange glitches have been common complaints from users for years, even on high-end machines. Adobe has definitely made improvements, but it can still be a resource hog, especially with 4K footage and heavy effects. It relies heavily on your CPU, though it does use GPU acceleration. DaVinci Resolve, on the other hand, was built from the ground up to be a performance beast. It's incredibly well optimized to use your computer's graphics card, or GPU. This means playback is often much smoother, even with color grades and effects applied in real time. Rendering and export times are frequently faster in Resolve, especially on systems with a decent GPU. If you've ever been frustrated by choppy playback in your editor, switching to Resolve can feel like a breath of fresh air. This GPU-centric architecture makes a huge difference in the day-to-day editing experience. For raw performance and stability, Resolve generally takes the crown. Now, what about the editing workflow itself? For a long time, Premiere Pro was considered the king of the edit. Its timeline is intuitive, flexible, and something many editors are very comfortable with. The magnetic timeline might not be for everyone, but its traditional track-based system is industry standard for a reason. It's straightforward, and tools like the Ripple Edit, Rolling Edit, and Slip tools are refined and work exactly as you'd expect. Premiere's integration with other Adobe apps is also a massive selling point. Being able to seamlessly send a clip to After Effects for complex motion graphics or to Audition for advanced audio work using Dynamic Link is an incredibly powerful workflow that saves a ton of time. DaVinci Resolve has a different approach. Instead of separate programs, it integrates everything into one application through a series of pages at the bottom of the screen. You have the Media page for organizing footage, the Cut page for quick assemblies, the Edit page for traditional timeline editing, the Fusion page for advanced visual effects and motion graphics, the Color page for world-class color grading, the Fairlight page for professional audio mixing, and the Deliver page for exporting. This all-in-one design is both a strength and a weakness. It's amazing to have everything in one place, you never have to leave the app. But it can also be overwhelming for a beginner. The edit page in Resolve is very similar to Premiere's, so editors switching over will feel right at home. However, pages like Fusion and Fairlight have their own steep learning curves. Fusion, in particular, is a node-based compositor, which is a completely different way of thinking compared to After Effects' layer-based system. So for pure editing simplicity and integration with a wider creative suite, some might still prefer Premiere Pro, but for an all-in-one powerhouse, Resolve is unmatched. Let's dig deeper into the special features of each. Premiere's biggest strength is its ecosystem. The Adobe Creative Cloud is a walled garden, but it's a very lush and well-maintained garden. The seamless workflow between Premiere, After Effects, Photoshop, and Audition is a killer feature for professionals who do more than just cut clips together. If your work involves a lot of custom graphics, animation, and heavy audio post-production, this integration can be a deciding factor. Premiere also has a vast library of third-party plugins and templates available, arguably more than Resolve, which can speed up your workflow significantly. DaVinci Resolve's standout feature is, without a doubt, its color page. Before it was a full-fledged editor, Resolve was the industry-standard tool for color grading Hollywood films. And all of that power is still right there. The level of control you have over color is simply unparalleled. You can do precise secondary qualifications, track power windows, use advanced curves, and work with nodes to create complex grades that would be difficult or impossible in Premiere's Lumetri color panel. While Lumetri has become quite capable, it's still playing catch-up to Resolve. If color is a critical part of your storytelling, Resolve is in a league of its own. And then there's Fusion for visual effects and Fairlight for audio, both of which are incredibly deep and powerful tools included right in the box. So, who is each program for? Let's make this simple. Premiere Pro is still an excellent choice for a few groups. First, professionals working in large teams or established studios where the Adobe workflow is already the standard. The collaborative features and project sharing are well established. Second, content creators who rely heavily on After Effects for motion graphics and animations. The dynamic link workflow is hard to beat for that specific need. Finally, anyone who is already deep into the Adobe ecosystem and comfortable with the subscription model might find it easier to stick with what they know. DaVinci Resolve is for almost everyone else. If you are a beginner just starting out, the free version is the best place to start, period. It gives you professional tools without costing a dime. If you are a solo creator, a YouTuber, or a small business owner, Resolve's all-in-one design and one-time purchase model is incredibly appealing and cost-effective. If you are a filmmaker or videographer who is serious about color grading and getting the most cinematic look out of your footage, Resolve is the clear winner. And if you're someone who is simply tired of Premiere's subscription costs and performance issues, making the switch to Resolve is a very popular and rewarding move. So what's the final verdict? For years, the question was which NLE is best. And the answer was usually it depends, but today, I think the scales have tipped. For the vast majority of creators, DaVinci Resolve is the better recommendation. It's more affordable, it performs better on most hardware, and it bundles an entire post-production suite into one application. The learning curve for its advanced pages is real, but the core editing experience is intuitive, and the power it gives you for free is simply incredible. Premiere Pro is still a fantastic, powerful tool, but its subscription model and performance quirks make it harder to recommend when such a strong competitor is available for a fraction of the long-term cost or even for free. My advice: download the free version of DaVinci Resolve today. Spend a week with it, follow a few tutorials. I think you'll be amazed at what it can do. The future of video editing is here, and it's more accessible than ever. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this breakdown was helpful for you. Which editor do you use, and why? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. If you got value from this video, a like would be amazing, and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the world of content creation. Until next time, keep creating.